The city of Trevora sprawled beneath a sky of pale lavender, its towers shining with metal that hummed faintly with energy. On the crowded streets, aliens of every shape and color bargained, shouted and traded, their voices blending into a constant symphony of commerce. Amid this chaos, a small market displayed rows of crates, each holding beings of different species, captured and sold like merchandise. In one of these crates, a young human named Leo crouched silently. His chest rose and fell in uneven breaths, his brown hair tangled and dusty from months in captivity. Humans were rare in Trevora, and rarer still in the hands of alien traders. Many treated them as weak, incapable of surviving in the alien worlds. Yet something about humans intrigued those who dared to notice. A slender figure approached the crate. She moved with an elegance that drew the eyes of nearby merchants and buyers. Her skin shimmered faintly in shades of pale green, and her eyes held a sharp, calculating intelligence. She stopped before Leo's crate and knelt, examining him with interest. "How much for this one?" she asked, her voice melodic but firm. The trader sneered. "He's human, not strong, not smart, but rare. 10 credits. The alien girl tilted her head, considering. 10 credits was small for her, a mere fraction of what she carried in her pouch. She reached into her bag and dropped the coins into the trader's hand. "He's mine," she said simply. Leo blinked in confusion. "Mine?" he whispered, uncertain if he had heard correctly. His captor had always been rough, uncaring, and cruel. This was different. "Yes," the girl said, extending a hand. "I will take you from here." The trader shrugged and opened the crate. Leo hesitated, glancing around at the bustling crowd, at the alien faces filled with indifference. The girl smiled gently, sensing his hesitation. "Come," she said. Leo followed her without a word. Her ship was small but sleek, hovering silently above the city. Inside, the controls glowed softly, and the cabin smelled faintly of lavender and ozone. The girl gestured for him to sit. "I am Nira," she said. "I purchased you because I believe you can help me." "Help you?" Leo asked. He had been taught to fear anyone who claimed ownership of him. "Yes," Nira replied. "You are human, and humans, you have qualities that even the strongest alien minds cannot match. Your resilience, your creativity, your intuition. I want to see what you can do." Leo's skepticism was immediate. "So you just bought me to test me?" "Not to test," she said. "To assist, to explore, to survive." The ship lifted off, leaving the crowded streets of Trevora behind. Nira piloted with precision, weaving through asteroid fields and floating trading posts. Leo watched silently, captivated despite his fear. For the first time in months, he felt a spark of hope that they arrived at a small outpost on a remote planet. Nira led Leo to a lab filled with devices he had never seen, screens displaying star charts and machines humming with energy. "This is where I work," she said. "I need someone to help me solve a problem that no alien has managed to fix." "And that is?" Leo asked, curious despite himself. "There is a virus," Nira explained. "It affects machines, systems, even some living beings. The aliens here have no way to predict its patterns, but I believe a human mind can notice the irregularities that others cannot." Leo's heart raced. He had always been small, underestimated, and dismissed. Yet here, someone believed in him, enough to give him a purpose. "I'll try," he said quietly. Nira smiled. "Good. That is all I ask." Days passed, and Leo worked tirelessly. He observed patterns, compared data, and suggested solutions. Nira watched him with fascination. He approached problems differently than any alien engineer she had seen, connecting ideas that others dismissed. Slowly, the virus's behavior began to make sense. One evening, While analyzing a particularly complex data stream, Leo realized a pattern others had missed entirely. "It's cyclical," he said. "It reacts to light intensity and temperature. Shifts. If we adjust the core timing, it should stabilize." Nira's eyes widened. "You see what no one else has." Together, they implemented the changes. The machines hummed steadily, the screens showing stabilization across the network. Nira clapped her hands, a gesture Leo had seen her do before when pleased. "You did it," she said, her voice filled with awe. Leo felt a warmth he had never known before. Recognition, respect, value. Weeks passed. Leo's reputation spread quietly. Through the outpost, aliens began to seek his insight, amazed by a human's ability to understand complex systems so intuitively. Nira continued to guide him, always encouraging, never demanding more than he could give. Yet, beyond the lab, danger always loomed. Rumors of slavers and pirate groups circulated, seeking to capture humans for profit. One night, as Leo and Nira worked late, alarms blared. A fleet of raiders had detected the outpost and were approaching fast. "Stay here," Nira commanded, her hands flying over controls. "No," Leo said. "I can help. Let me use what I've learned." Nira hesitated, then nodded. Together, they coordinated defenses, using clever maneuvers and predictive calculations. Leo suggested unexpected tactics, exploiting the raiders' overconfidence and lack of understanding of the planet's terrain. By dawn, the raiders retreated, defeated not by brute force, but by strategy, foresight, and the human mind at work. Nira looked at Leo with admiration. "You are extraordinary," she said. Leo smiled, a mixture of pride and relief. "I just did what humans do best," he said. Months turned into years. Leo became an integral part of Nira's team, not a servant or a tool, but a valued partner. He explored distant worlds, solved challenges that aliens could not, and learned more about the universe than he had ever dreamed. Nira's respect for him deepened, not just for his abilities, but for his courage, his empathy, and his unwavering spirit. One day, as they observed a new star system, Nira turned to Leo. "Do you realize what you have done? You've changed." The way aliens see humans, Leo looked out at the stars. "I just did what I had to. Humans survive. We adapt, we learn. That's what makes us human." Nira nodded. "And because of that, I see you differently than anyone else. You are not property, not a tool. You are remarkable." Leo felt a sense of belonging he had never known. He was no longer a captive. He was a pioneer, a problem solver, and a human who reminded the universe that humans were not weak. Years later, stories of the human who outsmarted machines, defended an outpost, and changed the minds of aliens spread across star systems. Traders, scholars, and explorers began to see humans not as fragile beings, but as valuable, clever, and resilient. Leo stood beside Nira on a cliff overlooking a new settlement. The twin suns dipped low, casting golden light over alien structures. "And human innovations alike, you've done more than survive," Nira said softly. "You've inspired." Leo smiled, finally understanding his worth. "And you've given me the chance to show it," he replied. The galaxy was vast, filled with challenges and mysteries, but Leo knew that humanity had a place among the stars. And with allies like Nira, there was nothing he could not face. Human spirit, underestimated for so long, had finally shown its true power.